I'm in a night, let's spark a light and see where it leads, just you and me.
In the quiet cafe of an art gallery, you were sitting at a table near the window, sipping on your favorite latte and sketching in your notebook. You were completely focused, as such places give you motivation to work with more focus and dedication. Your eyes were sparkling with excitement as you were working on a latest art project, and you wanted to give your best this time. You have a vision to be a great artist one day whom people idolize and get inspired from. I think this is getting better. I need to continue it this way and maybe I'll be able to finish this today itself. You smiled and glanced up from your sketch when your eyes landed on a person that you never supposed to see here. You gasped and put your hand on your chest. Oh my god, is that John Jungkook for real? You looked around to see why people are not going crazy after seeing him, but then you realized that there were only few customers who seems to mind their own business. Oh God, what a great day I have. At last, you gave me the opportunity to meet him. Thank you so much. You got up and calmed your nervousness as you were going to introduce yourself to this tall, handsome, muscular, and crazily rich billionaire, who is known to be the perfect guy ever exist. Meanwhile, he was sitting alone at a corner table, his laptop open in front of him as he reviewed some business reports. His brows frustrated in concentration. He was in no mood for distractions. You were getting more nervous with each step you were taking towards him, but his masculinity and aura was so attractive that you couldn't stop yourself and reach his table. Hi there, I couldn't help but to notice that you were sitting here all alone. Mind if I join you? You asked with a smile on your face, trying to play it cool, but when he glanced up from his laptop, you felt your legs getting weaker. His brown eyes and sharp features, as if God has sculptured him, taking his time. But even after having such a handsome face, his face holds no expressions, and he looked at you blankly. You smiled awkwardly. No, you can't. You can find a place for yourself. His straight rejection got you thinking, but you have heard about his nature, so you decided to try one more time. You pulled out a chair and sat on it, making him look at you. But I want to sit here. Oh, by the way, I'm Vian. You must have heard of my name, and if not, you will soon when I'll become famous. I never heard this name, nor I'm interested, and can you please leave me alone because I'm doing important work? He looked frustrated and didn't bother to hide it. Oh really? Are you working on some top secret business deals? Jungkook raised his brow, taken aback by her audacity. Something like that. He replied, hoping that this conversation would end here, but you have no intention to do so. Oh wow, those charts look amazing. You said, pointing towards his laptop screen while he closed the laptop and looked at you annoyingly. Can you mind your own business and stop invading others' privacy? You were shocked seeing his sudden frustration. I'm so sorry, I was just trying to introduce myself because... I have zero interest in knowing you. Mind your own business, he said, cutting your words, and got up before walking away, leaving you surprised. Look at his attitude. Just because he is handsome and rich, who is perfect in everything, doesn't mean he can insult anyone. I was trying to be a little friendly so that I can get a way to get a job in his company, but I think I should stop thinking about it now. You sighed and got up. The next day, Jungkook was busy checking his emails and some important mails that he preferred to check personally instead of asking his secretary. Mr. Kim, Jungkook's secretary, walked inside the office with a paper in his hand. Mr. Jungkook, I have an important news regarding our sponsorship commitments. He began, his voice professional, while Jungkook looked up from his laptop. His expressions were serious as he nodded. What is it, Mr. Kim? Mr. Kim hesitated for a moment before continuing. We have been selected as one of the key sponsors for the charity gala taking place tomorrow evening. Jungkook's brows frowned in annoyance at the news. He had little patience for social events, especially ones as small as charity galas. Why weren't we informed sooner? Mr. Kim maintained his composure in the face of Jungkook's irritation. I only received the invitation this morning, sir, but given our status as a major sponsor, it's important to join it. Jungkook let out a resigned sigh, knowing that there was no other way he could avoid attending the gala without causing a scandal. Fine, send me the details and make sure everything go well. Mr. Kim nodded, already reaching for his table to fulfill Jungkook's order. Of course, sir. I'll make sure everything is taken care of. As he left Jungkook's office to make the necessary arrangements, Jungkook couldn't help but feel a sense of annoyance at the inconvenience of having to attend yet another social event. I just want a moment of peace, he said, getting back to check his emails when his eyes fell on a special mail. The sender had sent attached files with it, and when Jungkook opened it, he was amazed to see the art pieces, the sketches he got attracted to. Jungkook narrowed his eyes. Kim Wyan. Wait, have I heard this name before? He got distracted when he got a call. Yes, Mom. Okay, fine. At the charity gala, you stood nervously near the entrance, your heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and nervousness. You wore an elegant gown and your portfolio of your artwork in your hands. You were so grateful towards your friend who invited you in such a big event. Thank you so much for inviting me, Jess. I really appreciate it. Jess is your friend who is a well-connected socialite with a heart of gold. She smiled. Of course, Ryan. I knew you would love it here, and who knows, you might make some valuable connections for your artwork. I am hoping for it. She patted your shoulders because she knew you were nervous seeing famous personalities around you. Don't be nervous, okay? One day you will be one of them. You looked at her and smiled. Jess began to introduce you to some guests. Your nervousness started to fade up and that bubbly personality taken over you. With each handshake and polite conversation, you found yourself getting more confident, your passion for art shining as you discussed with people who were interested in your work, and you were impressing them. And then, just as you were beginning to relax and enjoy yourself, Jess's voice rang out across the room, drawing everyone's attention to the entrance. Ah, there he is, the man of the hour. You followed Jess's gaze and felt your breath catch in your throat as you caught sight of Jungkook making his grand entrance. Dressed in a sleek tuxedo and exuding an air of confidence, he cut an imposing figure as he made his way through the crowd. As Jungkook's eyes scanned the room, they landed on you, and for a brief moment time seemed to stand still. You felt a flush creep up in your cheek as you met Jungkook's gaze, your heart pounding in your chest, and you really started to feel embarrassed. But Jungkook continued on his way, ignoring you, and attended the guests who were waiting for his attention. The way everyone turned into him, his popularity was insane. As Jungkook was talking with other guests, his gaze kept on returning to you, who was trying her best to avoid looking at him after that first awkward meeting where you annoyed him. As he observed you from afar, Jungkook couldn't help but feel a sense of intrigue. There was something about you that captured his attention, something that set you apart from the other guests, and as he watched you animated gesture and heard your laughter ring out through the room, he found himself drawn to you in a way he couldn't quite explain. He couldn't control himself as he wants to know what you actually are and how much potential you carry with such a bubbly personality. He was sure that the job application he saw in his email was sent by you. Cutting through the crowd, he reached you. Excuse me. The group turned to face Jungkook, their expressions filled with surprise at his sudden appearance. But your eyes widened in astonishment as you realized who was standing before you. Mind if I steal her away for a moment? Mr. Jungkook, what are you doing here? I couldn't help but notice your passion for art, and I was wondering if you'd be interested in joining my company. We could use someone with your talent and enthusiasm. Your jaw dropped in shock at Jungkook's unexpected offer, your mind struggling to process the implication of his words. You had never imagined that someone like Jungkook would take an interest in your artwork, let alone, let alone offer you a job at his prestigious company. Are you serious? You asked, still not believing it. Absolutely, I think you'd be a valuable addition to our team. You looked at Jess, who showed you thumbs up because getting a job offered by the John Jungkook himself is not less than winning a lottery. Thank you so much. Little did you know that your life is going to be completely changed from here, not sure if better or for worse. In just a few days of starting your job at Jungkook's company, your infectious enthusiasm and warm personality had won over the hearts of everyone you encountered. Your cheerful greeting and genuine interest in others endeared you to your colleagues, creating a positive and vibrant atmosphere in the workplace. Although Jungkook is not a big fan of your bubbly personality, he hates when you are unserious even at workplace. Although he is impressed with quality of your work, your creative ideas and innovative solutions consistently delivered results, earning your praise and admiration from your co-workers and superiors alike. As much as he tried to ignore it, Jungkook found himself growing increasingly irritated by your cheerful greetings and constant chatter in the office. He longed for a sense of calm and professionalism that he felt was lacking in your presence, and he couldn't help but wonder if your bubbly personality was distracting from the seriousness of the work environment. You knocked on the door and came inside as you were doing your work, but then suddenly got a message that Jungkook wants to see you in his office. You called me, Mr. Jungkook? He lifted up his eyes from the laptop and looked at you. Yes, take a seat. You nodded and walked near before sitting on a chair in front of his desk. As you sat down, Jungkook leaned back on his chair and his expressions were serious, which is not a new thing, but you were feeling like something is coming up. I want to talk to you about something. Sure, Mr. Jungkook. I've noticed that while you excel in your work and bring a lot of energy to the team, there are times when your bubbly personality can be a bit distracting. You frowned. What does that mean? I mean, what's wrong in being bubbly and cheerful? I'm giving my best in my work. You felt so disappointed when he said that. Yes, but you can't be cheerful all the time. There are certain situations where a more serious and focused approach is needed. But it's a part of my personality. I understand that it's a part of your personality and I don't want to stifle your enthusiasm, but I need you to be mindful of the tone and atmosphere of the office. It is irritating and unacceptable at times. You nodded, understanding Jungkook's concern even if you didn't necessarily agree with them. I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Jungkook, you replied in a disappointed tone. I hope you'll keep this in mind and act according to your age. And also, if you have got the notice, then we have a business trip to Hawaii in 2 days for their art exhibition. You nodded, still feeling sad because of a conversation a second ago. Jungkook sighed as you were not even looking at him and he knew the reason. I hope you'll be prepared yourself and don't take my words in a negative way. I just said it for your own good. You looked at him for a second and then got up. Thank you so much for telling me indirectly that I'm immature. I appreciate your concern and now if you allow, I'll take my leave. You gave a look at him and walked out of the office while Jungkook sighed and got up. Why am I always the bad guy? Did I say anything wrong? He shook his head and again got back to his work. Jungkook has developed a possessive side for you. He doesn't like when male employees approaches you and you talk to them, being all friendly and cheerful. He feels jealousy. But he is still not ready to accept that he has fallen for you. During the business trip, Jungkook made sure you stayed close to him most of the time. He didn't want you talking to other guys much. He acted like he was just being protective, but really he was jealous. He didn't want to admit he had feelings for you. He'd always find a way to be next to you, whether it was during meeting or meals. He'd ask you a lot of questions and seem interested in everything you say. But whenever another guy tried to talk to you, Jungkook would get all tense and serious like he was warning them to back off. You were not understanding why he's so confusing. He doesn't show that he likes you, but if you are friendly with other guys, he's the one who is jealous. But little did you know that he's into you. And to find it out, you purposely talked to your male colleagues to make him jealous. You all were in a restaurant after your last meeting. You all were leaving tomorrow, so you decided to explore some places in the limited time that you have in your hands. You all were sitting around one table while Jungkook was sitting away from you all. Hey, wouldn't it be amazing to see the sunset from the Hawaii beach? You all got excited. Absolutely. We can't come all the way here and not experience the beauty of the beach. You all looked at Jungkook, who raised a brow. I don't think he would like to join us. You whispered to your group, let's ask. Rest depend on him. It's like a dream come true. It's so beautiful. You finally came to the beach and looked at Jungkook, who was not ready to come at first but don't know what changed his mind, and he came along but just pretended to work even after coming to such a beautiful place. You all ignored him and started enjoying. You changed your clothes into two-piece just like your other female colleagues or any other women who were here enjoying. But as Jungkook's gaze fell upon you, clad in your swimming suit like the other woman, a surge of possessiveness swept over him. His jaws clenched as he watched you, the sight of your carefree laughter and playful personality. He was not liking it and feel like protecting as if you only belongs to him. As you made your way towards the crystal blue water, feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin and the soft sand between your toes, you were surprised to see Jungkook closing your laptop and following you. You raised your brow while he came near you and then shakes his head as he stares at you. That bikini top. A mischievous smile appeared on your face as you decided to tease him. You love it? His gaze became dark. Me and every other man on the beach. He looked pissed. You looked around and shrugged your shoulders. Who cares? They are just looking. He poked his inner cheek, knowing well that you are playing him. They don't deserve to see you. Next time wear full clothes. You rolled your eyes and waved at him. No fun, and it's my choice. You said, ignoring him completely, and was about to walk away, but he grabbed your hand and pulled you closer. Your colleagues were standing at a distance watching the whole scene with their eyes wide open and same goes to their mouth. But Jungkook doesn't give a damn about his surroundings. He just can't take it anymore. Even you were shocked. It's for your own safety. I don't want any unwanted attention on you. You swallowed and tried to free your hand, but his grip was firm and eyes locked with you. I can take care of myself. Don't worry about that. I can see how well you can take care. You left your hand and took off his shirt before wrapping around your shoulders. Your colleagues shared glances at each other. They knew exactly what it is. Are you jealous? He looked at you and you raised your brow, confidently confronting him. No, of course not. I'm just making sure you are safe. You scoffed. Sure, whatever you say, but if you keep acting like this, people will definitely think that you are into me or something. Let them think whatever. I don't care. But I do, and I don't want to become one of your scandal just because you are clinging around me pretending not to care when people can notice how you are behaving. There was a silence for some time before he came closer to you, closing the gap, and your heart started beating like a drum. Oh, really? Then let's make this scandal real. Before you understand anything, he pulled you into a kiss, making your eyes widen. Everyone present there who were watching you guys got surprised as well. He pulled back and looked at you, smiling. Is it clear to you or other people now? You bastard! You stole my first kiss. You burst out, forgetting that he's your boss. He chuckled. Oh, really? Then, just like this, your every kiss till the end will be mine. Get ready for it. Your cheeks turned pink while he grabbed your hand and walked you out of the water, making his way to the hotel.